So, hi everyone. In today's session, we are going to cover SAP product costing. So, it is an important sub modules in controlling. So, most of the controlling depends upon this. So, in product costing, also, we are going to cover two components, that is MTO and MTS. So, before going to configuration, I want to give you a basic concept. What does this mean? MTO and MTS mean in our SAP scenarios in business scenarios. So I prepared a slide over there. So let's go to that slide and we'll co- cover that. We'll log out. So the slide is one big. So I will prefer an audio over here. Please increase your audio. So SAP product costing. So it is an important module for in controlling. So which to the next slide. It's an overview, which means that SAP tool product costing is a tool used in SAP for planning cost and establishing material prices. It helps to estimate the cost of goods sold manufactured and cost of goods sold for each of the product. So these product costing is used mainly in the manufacturing industries where the manufacturing of goods happens over there from raw material to semi-finished and semi-finished to the finished product. So we need SAP product costing and it is majorly linked with other modules also. So modules like material management for our material records and goods movement, then production, PP production planning, so and ST sales and distribution over there. So components, product cost components. If we come to here, there are mainly two product cost components which are used highly in all the industries, that is make to stock and make to order. Why I choose the presentation over here? Because to make your understanding, to make it clear what does this mean over here, make to stock and make to order. There are other also engineering to order, ATO and other functionality, but these two are mainly commonly used in all the business processes and in manufacturing. So make to stock, what is mean? Makes to stock in means that the owner, that the manufacturer manufacturing the goods and keeping there it is in warehouse. When a sales order comes, so stock can be used from the warehouse and delivered to the customer. Okay, it's a simple process, nothing much as complicated. And make to order means a specific order is coming from a customer and it has to be manufactured according to their customer needs and specifications. We will cover this both too in the next coming up as an example. Like I'll give you a very best easy examples in your day-to-day life. So in make to order there are normally two types of MTO, that is valuated stock and non-valuated stock. So we will cover this in the next slide. First, make to stock overview. So this is an example. Consider yourself owner of a bakery shop located in your city. This is a very simple example over here. So you are owning a bakery shop, and in bakery shop there are a lot of cakes, pastries, and other items are available. And custom that consider this bakery shop as your warehouse where you have manufactured the goods and keep it in your warehouse for the customer to order, and customer comes to you and customer asks that in the, like you can see in the showcase there are many cakes over there, and he's asking, okay, give me this cake or give me this pastry and all. So in this case what is happening, it is a make to stock. Okay, what is in make to stock means that the product has already been manufactured and kept in your warehouse. When the say customer and sale order comes, you just deliver the product from your warehouse. So it's a this is not going, this is not getting produced according to customer. This is just you are doing by your own and keep it in your showcase. Okay. So make to stock process flow. So this process flow includes many other items also, but I have given a simple process flow over here. So before going to this process flow, here we are considering all materials are having proper stock and standard cost has been performed. So in make to stock has a very easy process flow. You can say that for what you do, you are just manufacturing the product and keeping in your warehouses. So warehouses, so what you need is a production order or a process order. So uh, production order, you just any quantities, any material, like you are going to make like say red velvet cake. So in red velvet cake you are going to make, so there is no specific order. You are just making by yourself and keeping it in your warehouse according to the size, shape, and whichever order comes, you just deliver it. So first we'll create a production order or process order. Then we are going to good issue to production order. So what we are going to here in the second step, second good issue to production order, what we are doing here, we are going to consume our raw materials, which is going to be used to manufacture semi-finished or finished good over here. So we are going to consume our material from the stock, raw material. Next is confirmation of production order. What is this step means confirmation of production order? It means apart from raw materials, there are other costs also involved in the production process that can be included as an activity type, which is terms of activity types and costing sheets over there. We will discuss in some other sessions. So what does activity type means over here? So activity type means additional cost, like for manufacturing a bakery, you will be needing water, electricity, labor, and other charges, service costs, packing materials, and sales and printing, and all that kind of comes in when we do the confirmation of production order. This mainly we mainly do confirmation of activity types. Once confirmation of activity type has been performed, we are going to move to the next step. Next step is good received again production order. So we have created production order, we have used our raw material to create a finished good, a semi-finished product. Then we have included our excluding cost, extra cost over there. Then we are going to receive our finished good. Okay, once we receive our finished good, so the stock of the finished good material increases. So whenever a sales order comes, you just deliver the goods from our finished product. Okay, so this is the make to stock. In here, the other steps are also there. There can be scrap also while doing manufacturing the thing. There can be scrap also. There can be byproduct also, which is coming which is coming back to again raw material. So this is the basic step. Those come in advance. So we will discuss again later through when we are going to do the configuration. Coming to the next slide. Okay, make to order overview. So it is a valuated stock. There are two type of stock, that is make to order. In make to order, that is valuated stock and non-valuated stock. The same here, consider as a bakery shop. Why I have taken bakery shop? Because all the three mainly type of stock that make to stock, make to order, valuated and non-valuated comes against in this only. So here also consider yourself as a owner of a bakery shop which is located in your city. And here the main catch is the customer wants the product according to his or her specifications like size, weight, taste, add-ons, extra. So what happens here when the customer comes and you as a owner of a bakery, he says that I want the cake according to my size, like I want a 1 kg or 2 pound cake, okay, and the size should be, and what will the shape, like I want a heart shape or a oval shape or a circle shape. That is a customer demand over there, and he want to add some more items like Belgium chocolate, crushed waffles, dark chocolate, any other items he want to add and get it done. So in this case, what happens here, customer is giving his specification, and on that his specification we are going to manufacture the product and going to deliver the same product to him. So this happens with you also in most of the cases when you go to bakery shop on a birthday or anniversary and you gave a specific bakery. So you here is an owner. So what an owner will do, well, coming to the next slide. So make to order process flow. The same here are going to consider the all materials have a proper stock and standard costing have performed. So make to order here, what you as a owner to do, you are going to create a sales order for that customer. That customer is your for that customer you are going to a sales order, create a sales order, because you are going to deliver a specific product to the customer. The customer specification, if you say that customer A specification can only be delivered to the customer A, not customer B. So first here we create a sales order, then we will do this sales order costing. It is an optional, but if you can perform sales order costing. Sales order costing is normally as you can be used as a statistical view. It won't update any accounting entry over there. Then we can go to the MRP run. MRP run for that sales order. It can also be done automatically, and there are many functionality automatically. There are other functionality also. When you create a sales order, MRP run, a production order will be created automatically. Okay, but here we are going to through the manual process. We will do the MRP run. Then after MRP run, we are going to create a production order which is against sales order. Look, in MTS we just create a production order. There, no sales order is used. But in MTO we are going to use sales order to create for production order, because that sales that product is for a specific customer. And the rest of step you can be the same. Good issue to production, that consumption of raw material to semi-finished or finished good. Then we are going to do the confirmation. Here is activity type, and activity type, all the activity types. Then good received against production order. What it means that when the good is manufacturing, the stock is coming to the finished order. It means the customer product has been ready. Okay, has been ready. And then we are going to do the delivery of the sales order, which means the customer we are going to deliver, and at then billing of the sales order. So in this process there are other month-end activities also involved. Month-end activity, WIP creation, WIP run, where price variation, settlement, where the cost is going. So we are going to discuss all these things when we are going to perform our configuration. I'm just giving a brief overview what does this mean. And when I say to you just come here, there is a word called in backslide valuated stock. What does this valuated stock means? Valuated stock means customer has given his specification according size, weight, taste and all, but the goods are going to be used by your own. Okay, so all the goods manufactured raw material here in bakery raw material, that wheat, flour, cream and finishings, paper is the raw material is going to be used which by yours, you as an owner. Raw material will be used by your. Okay, so customer is not giving you raw material. So valuated stock means in this all the process overflow, when we are going to create a production order, good issue to production order, confirmation, good receipt. So good issue, there will be an accounting entry, and good received again production order, there will be an accounting entry. That means a valuated stock. Valuated stock can be termed as, you can say that uh, it's NMTO valuated stock is there, that there will be an accounting entry. The stock movement will be from raw material to semi-finished and semi-finished to finished will post an accounting entry. Even though the stock which is going to be a sale order stock, there will be an accounting, and because it is a valuated stock, customer is only giving his requirement. He is not giving any of his product to manufacture that product, finished product. So this means a valuated stock over here. Now coming to next slide, make to order. This is non-valuated stock. For non-valuated stock, this is same. as valuated stock. Okay, let's give it a consider, like you are owner of a bakery shop which is located to near your city, and you customer want his product according to his or her specification, like size, weight, taste, add-ons, etc. But the catch is here, see the red line, it is but here the raw material for making the product is also provided by the customer itself. It means for making a cake, the customer is also giving his raw material like wheat, flour, cream, any icing, whatever the raw material required to create a bakery, customer is going to give his material. So what is your part over here? You are going to create a finished product by using his material and going to only charge as a service. What does it mean, service? You are going to charge him money for your labor, electricity, water, rent for that rent, and other expenses which is involved in the manufacturing process. So here you are going to charge a service over here because customer is giving all his product. Okay, this can you have must have heard as a subcontracting process, and when you are in MMFI kind of a thing, subcontracting. So what happens here? We used to give our product to some other, and he will just do his service, do the finishing and give it us, and we are going to pay him service charge. Same here is an MTO order. So what happens here? Here the material is provided by customer only. We are going to charge him as a service. The process flow. Okay, coming back to process flow. Process flow is same as MTO in valuated stock. Okay, sales order creation, sales order costing which is an optional, MRP run, creation of production order against sales order. Remember in MTO, production order or process order is always created against sales order because the stock is going to be on the sales order stock. That is going to be restricted stock for the sales order. Suppose you have in MTS also you have 10 stock of your material A, and you have a sales order stock of 5 also. That 5 is a restricted use. It cannot be used in MTS scenario. It can only be used in MTO and according to the only for that specific customer or sales order. So next is good issue to production, and the main non-valuated thing part comes in a good issue to production. What happens here in good issue to production? There won't be an accounting entry. Okay, in MTS you must have seen that accounting entries passed over here. In MTO, valuated stock accounting entry is going to be passed, but in MTO, make to order non-valuated stock, there won't be an accounting entry because the product, the material which we are going to use in our production is not ours. It is the customer who gave us the material. So that material won't come in our stock. Okay. So here is the main catch over here for the MTO. Next is confirmation of production order slash process order. The confirmation we are going to, there will be the account, there will be an entry posted not in accounting entry, it will be posted into controlling document respective to their cost centers, activity type which we are going to use, rent, water, electricity, admin, printing, whatever activity type going to be are used, it is going to be posted to respective cost centers. Okay, there won't be an accounting entry. Next is good received again production order. Okay, good received in production. Here also there won't be an accounting entry because that goods doesn't belong to us. We are going to only charge him for the services which we are going to provide because it's a non-valuated stock. So there won't be any valuation. So next is delivery again sales order. When the good received in the production order opposite, we are going to do the delivery. So in delivery, what we are going to do is delivery of goods to our customer, and next the billing of sales order. Here we do the bill and take the money, rest is FIM will take back. So the main you can say that here there will be an month-end activities. In the month-end activities will be involved everywhere. Okay, so in MTO scenario, normally in MTS month-end scenario, what happens, the production order, when we settle there will be a price variance or a WIP, and it will get settled to the price that some price differences account, and you can flow that variances to the COPA. But in MTO, when you do the settlement, price variance and WIP calculation, what happens, it will go to the sales order, and sales order, when we do the sales order settlement, it will go to the COPA, COP, profitability analysis. So there are many configuration involved. The configuration is quite little tricky but and easy to do. So why I have prepared this presentation, to give you a better understanding what does this MTS and MTO means in the in the SAP product costing. We will cover our configuration also in the coming to the next session. Let's say, if I would have been showing the if I would have been showing this MTS and MTOS configuration same at the time, it would have become a much bigger lecture, and always I think that video lectures more than in hours, quite, that is quite boring. Okay. And I want to cover the configuration, like I will be covering configuration for MTS and MTO separately. That's why I have shown you a concept. What is the behind the reason why why company prefer requirement is MTS and MTO. This is an important topic of the controlling product costing. So so when we are going to start our configuration, we will be going end to end step for the MTS and MTO. Okay, what will be the impact in accounting entry? What will be the impact of production planning? What will be the impact of what the accounting entry is going to be posted in FI? What will be the integration? Integration is the main part over here in between the FI, PP, and ST. What all the transaction key we are going to use in our OBYC transaction code. So we will be covering material ledger, actual costing. In both the scenario, we are going to work on that. So here, um, we will be getting into configuration to our next session, which is going to be mainly purely on configuration, that is MTS configuration and MTO configuration. And as a real live environment, we are going to check what is happening over here. So do and before going to end this session, I want to say you that, like, thank you for watching this video, and please reach us if you have any question or any queries through we will give our mail ID and our website link in the description box, and that's all. Thank you, thanks a lot.